Hello, Colts Nation. What's up, No Horsing family? Welcome back to an episode of the No Horsing Around podcast. It's the instant reaction to the Colts. I can't say it any other way than just their drubbing of the Bills. Zach, I got no words, man.
I mean, Jonathan Taylor, 5 touchdowns. I mean, franchise record. The craziest part is week in and week out, they know that that's who we are. They know that's what we do. And for some reason, this guy just keeps churning out the yards, man. I mean, it's very, very impressive. And if we're going to talk about non-quarterbacks, he's probably kind of starting to catapult himself up in there in that, every year you got a dark horse running back, wide receiver, a skills guy that comes in that MVP conversation. I don't think there's any chance he'll actually really win it because they always give it to quarterbacks. But this is going to be a special year for him. It already is a special year. All around, man. I mean, you said it, a drubbing. I'm going to call it an ass whipping, man. I mean, that's just what it is. That's just what it is. Indianapolis Colts have not done this all year long. That's why it was so kind of out of left field, and everybody was waiting for this, coming out party. And we talked about it in the preseason. This is the game I had circled on my map. I didn't know that we were going to have the type of season that we have had up until this point, but this was the game, man. I mean, defense played well. We got constant pressure. I guess Mother Nature helped us out a little bit with the wet football and some wind as well, some missed field goals. But I'm not taking anything away from our defense. It was our best showing that we had all year long. Man, what do you think?
It's a lack of words. It's we talked throughout the game, and at halftime it was this, dude, I'm really excited, but.
Yeah.
Right? Like there's just because you can easily remember the Ravens game, the Titans game. You remember these big leads. I'm going to say this. I think it is hands down the most complete and best game the Colts have played all year, and it was against the best team they've played all year.
Yeah. I mean, I would agree with that. I mean, you'd have to put them or Tennessee probably 1A, 1B as far as talent. We went against a team who was the number one ranked defense, total defense in the NFL, and we just ran the ball down their throat just over and over and over, and they really didn't have an answer. On a day that Carson Wentz wasn't particularly sharp with throwing the football, he didn't have to be. I mean, he just handed the ball off. I mean, what a luxury to be able to hand the ball off to a guy like that. I'm just amazed by Jonathan Taylor, honestly. And then, you got to give a shout out to that Kenny Moore, that tip play, that tip interception. I mean, the awareness to tip that ball in the air back to yourself and then catch it. Dude, I mean, that's Kenny Moore. That's vintage Kenny Moore. And then, Franklin gets a late interception. George Odom gets an interception. Almost had 2 interceptions. I mean, they were there today. And you've got to think that the cornerback position in general getting healthier is helping, but we're starting to see a little bit of these young guys get a little more pressure. They're still not getting huge sack numbers, but that pressure's starting to come a little bit. Every single week it's starting to get just a little bit better. Kwity Paye had a nice little strip there. Man, I'm super impressed. It's what we've waited on. We're 6-5. We can officially say the Indianapolis Colts are back in the playoff hunt now. I don't think there's any bones about it. I mean, we knew we were going to have to win, Steven, against one of these really good teams, whether it be Buffalo or Tampa or the Cardinals or the Patriots. We knew we were going to have to beat one of these playoff-worthy teams to even have a chance. Now, I mean, look, you got to look down the road. I mean, you've got, 6 games left, and you've got a Texans and a Jaguars game, which you just have to do the right thing and win those games, and then find a way to win another game or two, and you probably are going to be talking about the playoffs. I mean, I think 10 gets you in, 9 gets you in the conversation. So that's just kind of where we're at. There's some big games still going on out there. Love to see the Detroit Lions come back and sneak out and maybe beat the Browns. I don't know if that's going to happen. While we're recording this podcast, they do trail by 3. And then you've got, Las Vegas, and you've got the Chargers, and you've got the Bengals, and you've got the Steelers, all those teams. They're going to cancel each other out one way or the other here in the next few hours. So we're going to keep moving up. We're going to keep climbing that ladder, and not to steal nothing from Frank Wright, but we're going to keep going up that mountain, right? Like we all watch Hard Knocks, and, that was his mantra. We're just going to keep climbing the mountain. No matter how bad it gets or how good it is, we're just going to keep climbing to the top. I'm fired up, man. I mean, that was a
so excited.
win. That was the win that could change the season for the Indianapolis Colts. I really believe that.
I'm so with you. I'm so excited. Like I was so pumped throughout the game, and I'm gonna tell the entire like Colts Nation and No Horsing Around family, dude, y'all just really, really, really enjoy this today because like you said, it was an ass whooping. Like it wasn't close. It was never close. You looked like one of the best teams I think in the NFL today. That's a team to be scared of. So I mean, goosebumps. I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to watch all the recap stuff because I'm so pumped about it.
Yeah.
One question for you before we end our little instant reaction. What's better, Kenny Moore's interception against the Raiders last year or Kenny Moore's interception today?
The Raiders interception still mind blowing. The way he stretches and extends. I mean, but today was pretty special. I mean, and to be honest, we haven't seen a lot of that from Kenny Moore this year. You know, he has been playing. I feel like Kenny Moore has suffered more than anybody in that defensive backfield because he's had to play out of position a lot. Like he's perfect in that nickel. When you ask him to go outside, he's not playing his most natural position. So he's kind of playing a little bit on the outside. Doesn't suit him quite as well. But when you sit him in that slot and you let him roam around, come up, make tackles at the line of scrimmage, make plays from underneath like that, that guy's pretty special. So that being said, I mean, come on, man. I mean, let's just, as a Colts nation, as Colts community, as the No Horsing Around family, let's just celebrate, right?
Just have a great time with it. It was just there's no words. You know, it was a game that from beginning to end, it was never close. You didn't have to worry. You know, and we kind of end this all the way. Please like, share, subscribe, comment. Definitely comment. I love to read what you guys are saying. I know Zach loves it too. We try to respond to everything. Subscribe, do all those great things. I got nothing left. You know, you want to end it or you want me to?
Man, I just want to say, you know, all the talk that we've heard this week from Bills Mafia, you know, and last year, the way we had to feel with the terrible Kamoko Toure jumping off sides in a playoff game, which I feel like we should have won that football game. I feel like we were the better team last year. Total vindication. I just want to say today, and we'll all appreciate this, but I'm proud to be a part of this Colts community because we all kind of came together today. So I say today we celebrate, man. Today we put all of our hands in the middle of the pile. We join them together, and we invite you guys to join the No Horsing Around family. Like Steven said, like, rate, review, subscribe, share, but more importantly, light our comments up, man. We love it. We love interacting with you. We love getting to know new people as well as our regulars. It means so much to us. I love you. Steven loves you. And we're out, man.